shakes his head, and he's been shaking his head the whole way through this debate. The issue is that they are not listening. They are not listening to farmers the length and breadth of the country. They're not listening to the NFU. They're not listening to the CLA. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. In my Gordon and Buchan constituency and across the country, family farmers are the custodians of our countryside. For generations, they have contributed to our nation's food security, the land stewardship, provided employment, supported local supply chains and brought local and rural communities together. The changes to agricultural property relief, this family farm tax, is the wrong tax aimed at the wrong targets. Farms, as we've heard many times now, are asset rich while being cash poor. Most farmers don't have hundreds of thousands of pounds to pay towards an inheritance tax bill, so will have to pay the very assets they use to farm to raise capital. The Minister shakes his head, and he's been shaking his head the whole way through this debate. The issue is that they are not listening. They are not listening to farmers the length and breadth of the country. They're not listening to the NFU. They're not listening to the CLA. People who speak for the farming community, people who represent the farming community, are not being listened to, and that is why we are in this situation. It doesn't matter, it seems, how much we say to the Minister. It doesn't matter, it seems, how much we say what our constituents are saying. They are not listening, and they're not willing to listen. On Friday last week, I met with NFUS North East members, and again, maybe he won't listen to this, but they said to me some things that they have been concerned about. One is a farmer. His father is 90, who still owns the farm and still farms. He said to me, "I'll have to sell. I thought I had a lifetime of farming ahead of me. Now it turns out I only have what's left of my father's lifetime." And he didn't sound angry, he just sounded broken. Another put it like this: "It's just a waste. Do they, the government, not understand the resources that we have invested into family farms for generations? The skills, the health and safety, teaching about husbandry and agronomy. We invest so much more than just money into farms, and this will all be lost. It is just such a waste." In their manifesto, and last week, the government reiterated that food security is national security. Indeed, their commitment to farmers and rural communities was absolutely unwavering. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, in the few months since the election, this government has done nothing to justify those claims. Whether granting solar farms on prime land, taxing fertiliser, removing the ring fence from agricultural budgets to Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, or changes to inheritance tax, these will all impact the family farms for generations, and this government has missed a key point. It is not words that impresses or satisfies our farming communities, it's actions. And so far, this government's actions have let our farmers down. Yeah.